Also Sunday, Chanel, in Minnesota, the governor there announcing that it would be that state's Attorney General, Keith Ellison, who would be leading the investigation into George Floyd's death. And the Attorney General, Keith Ellison, joins us this morning. Mr. Ellison, good to have you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. As I understand it, you did not expect to be the lead in this case. The county attorney had been leading the investigation. What changed on Sunday?
Well, we need the resources of the whole state to make we do an effective, fair, thorough investigation and prosecution. So we will be working with the Hennepin County Attorney. The Hennepin County Attorney has led the only successful prosecution for murder against a police officer. What they know, their resources, their knowledge and experience are very valuable. But we do need to have a statewide perspective on this. So the governor has asked me to step in, and the county attorney has asked me the same thing. So I am going to be working with the county attorney, my staff, and of course, we will be cooperating with the federal authorities as well.
I understand that Mr. Floyd's family also asked for your involvement as well.
I want to extend my heartfelt condolences to them. I feel so bad for their family. Mr. Floyd was beloved by a lot of people here in Minnesota. I know he was originally from Houston, but he generated a lot of good energy while he was here. And people, his employers and other folks had a lot of nice things to say about him. And so I'm so sad about it. And I'm sad for us because this problem has been so historic, it has been so widespread, and that's why people are so outraged.
You spent some time on Sunday talking about how difficult it is to prosecute police officers. There has been so much video that has already surfaced. Cell phone video, surveillance video, body cam video. What makes you think that this is going to be one of those cases that's so difficult to prosecute when there seems to already be such an abundance of evidence?
That's an excellent question. But I mean, if you're old enough to remember Rodney King, I mean, that jury acquitted, the Simi Valley jury acquitted, that took a federal conviction prosecution to hold those guys accountable. The Walter Scott case in South Carolina, that jury hung. The Freddie Gray case in Baltimore, there was nobody has been held accountable for the death of Freddie Gray. And although Trayvon Martin was not a police case, it was a quasi police case because Zimmerman was kind of clicked into the local law enforcement authorities. And of course, that case ended in a way that none of us expected that it would. So I'm not really commenting on the evidence at all. What I'm really saying is that, it's hard to convict the police. And even when the criminal wrongdoing appears to be in front of your eyes. And so it takes preparation, it takes planning, it takes time. And so that's what I'm trying to prepare people for. Look, I didn't ask for this case. I've been brought into this case, and I view my role as me doing my duty to the people of my state and my country, and I'm going to do it. But I want to just tell everybody, if they think there's going to be some conviction by this weekend, that's just not true. And I'd rather give people the straight story early rather than have them be seriously disappointed. I can assure them their trust in me is legitimate, but I ask them to give me the space that we need to do a prosecution and conviction and an investigation, which is going to stick.
Mr. Ellison, as it stands now, Derek Chauvin is charged with third-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter. George Floyd's family has repeatedly asked for a first-degree murder charge. You've talked about the fact that it's hard to charge police officers in this case. I think the bottom line is there are so many protesters that we've talked with who have said you will not see peace until those other officers are in jail. Bottom line, to the people who are watching this morning all around the country, they want to know that those officers will be held accountable, and they want it now. What would you say?
What I say is that I got into this case last night. We are moving swiftly. We are moving effectively. We are meeting today. and we are going to be we are going to hold all those all those accountable who have contributed to the death of George Floyd. But I'm asking them to trust me on this, and that we're working as expeditiously as we can. But one thing I'm not going to do is move faster than the evidence and the law will allow, because that's not fair either, right? And we want to make sure that this prosecution is just and fair, and we're going to do that. And so people asked me to do this case. I'm doing it, and I'm doing it to the best of my ability. And they asked me based on years and years of my dedication to civil rights. And so I'm asking them to walk with me on this one and to trust that I am going to do justice in this case.
I know it's been a challenging time for all of us. Attorney General Ellison, thank you for your time this morning.